Namaste everyone, I'm Akshat and thank you for tuning in to my lunchtime vlog. 7th of December every year is celebrated as the Indian Armed Forces Flag Day, and I don't want to get anything out of context, so I'm quoting the Kendriya Sainik Board website. Since 1949, 7th December is observed as the Armed Forces Flag Day throughout the country to honor the martyrs and the men in uniform who valiantly fought on our borders to safeguard the country's honor. There cannot be a nobler cause than laying down one's life for the country. At the same time, our admiration for the martyrs should not mean that we have little time for the living heroes who were wounded while doing their duty towards their motherland, or their widows and children whom they left behind to fend for themselves. During the course of achieving victories in the various wars the nation has fought and in combating the ongoing cross-border terrorism and insurgency, our armed forces have lost and continue to lose valuable lives as well as leaving quite a few disabled. The trauma that the family suffers on demise of the head of the family is hard to fathom. Those of our men who are disabled require care and rehabilitation so that they do not become a burden on their family and can instead live a life of dignity. Furthermore, there are ex-servicemen who suffer from serious diseases such as cancer, heart ailments, and joint replacement, etc., and who cannot afford the high cost of treatment. Hence, they need our care and support. The requirement of keeping our armed forces young necessitates the release of our service personnel at 35 to 40 years of age when they are still young, physically fit, and have qualities of discipline, drive, and leadership. Every year, about 60,000 defense personnel are compulsorily retired. Caring for these ex-soldiers and their families is therefore a national responsibility. Many brave and gallant heroes from the armed forces have laid down their lives in the service of the country. Ongoing counter-insurgency operations have also left many broken homes without a breadwinner. Flag Day brings to the forefront our obligation of looking after our disabled comrades in arms, widows, and dependents of those who have sacrificed their lives for the country. It is for these reasons we observe the Armed Forces Flag Day. On this day, the services rendered by the personnel of Army, Navy, and Air Force are remembered. It is the collective duty of every citizen of our country to ensure rehabilitation and welfare of the dependents of our brave martyrs and disabled personnel. The Flag Day gives us an opportunity to contribute most generously to the Armed Forces Flag Day Fund. I will leave the link in the description below. A concerted effort is made on this day to raise collections from the public. The significance of the day is brought home through electronic and print media. In some places, armed forces formations and units also arrange variety shows, carnivals, dramas, and other entertainment programs. Token flags and card stickers in red, deep blue, and light colors representing the three services are distributed to the public throughout the country by the Kendriya Sainik Board. Government measures at the center and the state level alone are inadequate to provide support to the disabled, non-pensioner, old and infirm ES-men, ex-servicemen, their families, war widows and orphan children. It therefore becomes the collective responsibility of each citizen to make his or her unstinted and voluntary contribution towards providing care, support, rehabilitation and financial help to them. The welfare schemes undertaken from the collective contribution is brought out in succeeding paragraphs. So I will, like I said, leave the link to the Kendriya Sainik Board website in the description. And of course, I have a very personal connection with this because my father is a martyr. He passed away when I was 2 in Sri Lanka in Operation Pawan. The Indian peacekeeping force was sent there to mitigate or overcome the threat of the LTTE. And his name is on the National War Memorial at India Gate as well. And it was a very sobering and a highlight of my life to visit that place and try to remember at least, because I was an infant at the time, the life of my father. Alright, so on that sobering note, thank you so much once again for watching, and do keep our brave armed forces personnel in mind every time you think about our country. I'm Akshat once again, and Namaste, take care, stay safe.